Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with Me, and I started a project and I thought, why not turn on the camera? What I'm going to do is I'm making some wall decor. This is a canvas, and it was just a white canvas, and I'm painting it. This color is called Hazelnut, and I want it to look really distressed. I don't want it to be all the same color, so I'm going back and forth over it while it's still wet. With my brush, I'm going one way and then back the other way. I want the brush marks to be shown, and I want some light and dark spots in it. So while it's still wet, you can do this. So you see, kind of looks distressed and old now instead of a new canvas. Don't want it to look too new. So I like that, and then I'm going to go over the edges and paint those. And I'm just going to do them the same way. So I'm not putting a lot of paint on my brush at one time. Putting just a little bit on there and almost dry brushing. Just really spreading that paint out thin. I'm going to paint on to the back a little bit because I'm going to put this on a stand just so that none of the white will show. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and paint the other three sides, and we'll come back and I'll show you the project that we're going to be doing. Now all I'm doing is I have put just a little bit of gesso down in some water. I'm just getting a tiny bit on my brush, and I'm just going around the areas that I want to be a little bit lighter because I want this to look like it's been worn. So I just go over the dark places. And I would just use an old brush for this because this is a little bit hard on your brushes. Don't use a good one. I've just got one of those old dollar ones there. And see, now it's beginning to look more worn and old. And that's what we want. You just keep playing around with it until you get it like you want. And don't go all in one direction with your brush, because when it wears, it doesn't wear all in one direction. So just go all around it. Take a paper towel or something and just wipe over it. And you'll see that it even makes it look more worn. Look at that. And that's exactly what we want. So I'm going to go over the edges a little bit with it. So we want those to look worn too. You could do this with white paint. If you don't work with gesso, white paint will do the same thing. Just water it down a lot. And I think that's it. I think we'll work with that. Alright, so let's let this dry really, really well. You have to make sure that this is completely dry. Can't do this other step until this is totally dry. For the next part of our project, we're going to use some of the glitter FX sheets in the magenta color, and these were sent to me by Expressions Vinyl, our sponsor for this video. And let me tell you a little bit about this FX vinyl. It is ultra glitter FX adhesive vinyl, and it had, let's see, all of our vinyl comes with an adhesive on one side with a paper backing that protects the adhesive until exposed. The Ultra Glitter FX vinyl has a permanent adhesive, so this is permanent. It is compatible with all personal, hobby, and craft cutters and can be used in many applications including windows, card decals, signs, and anything that needs a little sparkle. It can be used indoors, but it is waterproof and weather resistant, making it ideal craft vinyl choice for outdoor applications. It is 2 mil thick. It is a high gloss glitter, solvent based, permanent. And let's see, it has a 1-year shelf life in normal conditions. Outdoor durability is 5 years, so that is fantastic. And let's see, I got it in a 12 by 24 sheet. You can also get it in a 12 by 12. And it's compatible with all of these machines: the Cricut, the Silhouette, the Xyron, the Craft Robo, the Craftex, Quick Cuts, Inspiration, Puzzle, etc. So any of those you can cut this vinyl on. So that's what we're going to use for the next part of our project. We're going to use that. And we're also going to use some of the Series 51. Let's see if we can find that. Okay, Series 51. And I am using a light blue, so let's just see what we can find here. I'm going to use, I'm thinking it's this sky blue right here, looks like. So I'll tell you a little bit about this. It says sunlight and moisture are no match to the durable resistance of our high quality, flexible, calendared vinyl. Whether your project requires indoor or outdoor application, you can expect your vinyl to withstand a harsh environment for up to 5 years, while its polished, high gloss finish will add a sophisticated presentation ideally suited for architectural, signage, commercial, retail signage, point of purchase, graphics, and decals. Let's see. Glossy finish, flexible, durable, perfect for outdoor applications. So that's what we're going to use as well along with that. And then I'm just going to be using a piece of brown vinyl that I also got a while ago from Expression Vinyls. But this is my favorite place to buy vinyl, and I'm not saying that just because they sent me some for free, because I have been buying from them for years, probably I would say 10 years or more now. Maybe even more than that, probably 15 years. So I love their vinyl. This is my favorite. So now let's get on with our project. Alright, so now we are in our Cricut design space. And what I did is I downloaded this image from a website that I'm going to leave the link below. They are actually going out of business at the end of this month, and they have everything marked down to even lower than half price. And I bought a couple of images, and I absolutely love this one. They're very, very inexpensive. Some of them as low as like 49 cents. So I will leave that link below. I just happened upon them, happened to find them, and I wanted to share that with you guys. But we're going to do this, and I'm going to cut this Happiness is Homemade out of the magenta glitter vinyl, and then I'm going to cut my coffee cup out of a kind of a teal vinyl, and then I'm going to cut this out of that brown. But as you can see, all of this is attached, so I need to detach everything so that I can cut it out of separate pieces of vinyl. But if you look over here, it doesn't give me the option to detach. So what we're going to do is we're going to maneuver a little bit. We're going to add a shape in, and I'm just going to add a circle. And I'm going to put that circle right there, and I'm going to drag it to make it the size of my coffee cup. And when it covers my coffee cup, then what I'm going to do is, while the circle is still highlighted, I'm going to hold down my Shift key and then click on that wording. That's got both of them highlighted. I'm going to go over here to the bottom right, and I'm going to do Slice. Now what that has done is it has now sliced my coffee cup out, as you can see. So I don't need this. I'm going to get rid of that one. This is it's an image. As you can see, it's a little bit lighter. I don't need that one, so we're going to take that one away. And now we have this one, and it's separate, so that's good. But I want my little steam that's coming out here, I want that to be separate too. So we're going to go back to Shapes. I'm going to put in another circle, and then I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to make sure that all of that steam is covered with that circle. I'm going to leave that highlighted, hold down my Shift key, and then click on my cup. And then I'm going to do Slice again. Let's see if we got that. There's our steam all detached. So we can take away that one and this one, because that's our original right there. And now we are ready to cut this. So this is going to be cut out of the magenta, this out of the blue, and this out of the brown. So I have all three pieces on my sheet, but I don't want to cut them all at one time. So what I'm going to do is going to go over here, and I'm just going to click on this little eye and turn my coffee cup off and my steam off. And that way this is just going to be on here to cut right now. Then when I come back and get through cutting this, then I will cut my coffee cup and my steam. So let's see. Let's do Make It. Oh, and I meant to tell you, to make this the size that I wanted, I just measured my canvas and then just made this about a ½ an inch shorter. So my canvas is 11 and I just made this 10½. So I know that's hard for you to see right there, but it is on there. So let's do Continue. Select my device. Now I have my dial set on the Cricut heat press vinyl. The reason I have it set on that is because this is a glitter vinyl and it's a little bit thicker, so I want to make sure that it cuts really, really well. Alright, I think we are ready to load this, so we'll load this in, get this cut, and then we'll be back. Okay, we have our image cut out, and I have a piece of transfer paper. Now this did not come from Expressions Vinyl, but they do have it. As you can see, this just came with some things that I bought from Cricut, and I don't think Expressions Vinyl will mind me using it on this, but you can get it from them. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to weed this, and I cut my piece is a little bit larger than it could have been, but that's okay. I think I said that I cut this on the iron-on setting. I actually cut it on the setting that's right between the iron-on vinyl and the regular vinyl. So it's the setting right between those. And you can see how easily that came off. This weed's very, very easy. It has a very sticky back. I can see why it's permanent, because it is sticky. I'm just using my pickup tool. This is one of the best tools that I've got that works on this. Make sure that we got all of those pieces out of there. Expressions Vinyl also has some tools that you can use to weed your vinyl with, if you'd like to look at those. I'm going to leave all of those links below. So I cut this about the same size of my backing piece here, so we're just going to put that down. If you hear sawing in the background, my husband is working on a project himself, so he is out there cutting something. Okay, let's see if I can find my little tool. Okay, I actually have a tool that you're supposed to use with this, but for some reason right now I can't find my tool. So we're just going to use our bone folder. And I'm just going to make sure that this is adhered well on our transfer paper. And then we'll pull our transfer paper up. You can see how easily that comes off. So there's our image ready to go on. Now our canvas is dry. So what we want to do is lay this down. I'm going to put that right there. My coffee cup's going to go down here. Now in order to get this straight, you can either measure or you can eyeball. So right there is my center, and I just put a tiny, tiny mark there. And then we're going to take this and we're going to make sure that that little, see that little slit that I cut in there, right? Maybe you can see it right there. We're going to make sure that little slit is right in line with that mark, and then we're just going to bring it down about where we want it. And I think right there looks good. Alright, so I think that looks good. Looks centered enough, and sorry about the lights. Hold on, let me move those out some so that you can actually see what I'm doing here. Since the canvas has a little bit of give to it, you can't press down on the canvas without having something under it. So I've just got this book down. Then I'm just going to take my bone folder and go over this, and if I could find my little tool, I could use it. But now I can press down on the canvas where I need to with that book under there. And then we're just going to start easily peeling this up. And the best way to do this is just to kind of roll it. Don't pull up on it, just kind of roll it back. If you find a place that's not completely stuck down, then just go ahead and give it another press. And then just kind of roll it. And just roll it from side to side, and that way it kind of, you can tell if anything's trying to come up. And I don't go too fast, just take your time. This is sticking down on here very, very well. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I love that. And now I'm just going to take my bone folder and just go over it a little bit more, just to make sure. Everything looks like it's stuck down well, but I just like to make sure that all the edges. So look at that. That did really, really well. I love that vinyl. I don't know if you can see that glitter. See the glitter in there? Isn't that pretty? And it is very, very sticky. So I like that part. So that means it should stay on this canvas really, really well. Okay, now we're going to cut out our cup and our little steam. Right, now we are back at our Cricut, and we've already cut this out and put it on our canvas. And so now we want to turn that off. And we want to turn our cup and our steam back on, because we want to cut those next. Now let's see, I have my brown vinyl on this side, and then I have my blue vinyl on this side. I'm trying to decide if I want my cup a little bit larger. I drink out of a big coffee cup. I think that will work there. And we'll make our steam just a little bit bigger too, not much. Okay, So there is our steam and our coffee cup, and we will click make it. Now, I didn't set those, so it's going to move my coffee cup, and that's fine. I can just drag it over. And I know that's hard for you to see on there, but you can see where I'm dragging it over to the edge. And then I have my steam right there. So we're just going to do continue. So we will just load our Cricut, and we're ready to go. Okay, so we have our coffee cup and our steam cut out. And I think that's going to be my placement right there. So we're going to pull this backing off. And it peels off very easy. And then I'm just going to lay my cup down. And with these little grids on here, it's pretty easy to kind of measure. Make sure you got it in the right spot. Okay, we're going to go ahead and peel this up first. I'm going to press this down really well. I have my book under there. So that I can get a good firm press. And then we'll just peel it up. Remember to kind of work it when you peel it. And there you go. And now let's put this down right on top. And this is an older vinyl, but as you can see, it's going down pretty good. I had one little piece right there that's wanting to pop up, but just press it back down, and there we go. So we will go over this just to make sure those edges, those little teeny edges, are pressed down. And there we are. There is our sign. I think that is cute. I will put it up on my little stand that I have, and then I'll take a photo of it and let you see. Alright, that is our project for today. I have another one that I will be doing for Expressions Vinyl. And like I said, I will leave all the links below to their website and their wonderful vinyl. If you need any vinyl for any of your projects, go over and check them out. I don't think you'll find any better prices. Alright guys, we will talk to you later. I will see you probably in the morning with another vinyl project. Thank you so much, Expressions of Vinyl, for sponsoring this video and sending me the vinyl. I really appreciate it. Bye bye guys.